All right, let's talk Warframe. If you're new, you already know it's a lot. So today, we're going to lay out a super simple roadmap for your first week to get you going. Let's dive in.
Okay, so if you're just starting out, you are probably feeling exactly this. Renz Solomon from Tech Times totally nailed it when he said, starting fresh in Warframe can feel overwhelming. And you know what? He's right. With all the systems, all the menus, yeah, it's completely normal to feel a little lost.
But hey, that's what this is all about. We're going to give you the roadmap. The goal here is simple. Turn all that "what do I do now" confusion into a solid, clear plan for your first 7 days.
So you've just finished the tutorial, right? You're standing there in your ship, looking out at this huge galaxy, and you're thinking, okay, now what? It's the big question, isn't it? Where do you even begin?
Well, it all kicks off with your very first really big choice, picking your starter Warframe.
So here are your three options. First up is Excalibur. Think of him as the classic sword-wielding hero. Super straightforward, great if you just want to jump in and start slicing things up. Then you've got Mag. She's all about crowd control, messing with enemies using magnetic powers. A lot of vets will actually tell you she's the best pick because her abilities are amazing later in the game. And finally, there's Volt. He's fast, he supports the team, he's a little trickier to play, but man, he is a huge help in a squad.
Now, seriously, don't stress too much about this choice. You are not locked into it forever. Pretty quickly, you'll start finding blueprints for other frames. You'll hear about Rhino almost immediately. He's this super tough, tanky frame with an iron skin ability that makes him perfect for beginners. And frames like Comey and Ember are also really easy to get your hands on, and they'll start teaching you how the game's farming system works.
So here's the bottom line. Your first pick matters way less than just being willing to try things out. The best starter frame? It's the one that's fun enough to make you want to log back in tomorrow. That's it.
Okay, so you've picked a frame, you're running missions, and you're getting tons of loot. To figure out what any of it means, we need to talk about the real heart of the game, the grind.
Everything, and I mean everything, you get as a reward in Warframe is decided by something called drop tables. And this isn't some fan-made theory, okay? The developers themselves publish this data. It literally tells you the exact percentage chance for any item to drop from any enemy or mission in the entire game.
I love this way of putting it. It really is like the DNA of the whole loot system. Every single piece, every blueprint, it has its own little spot in this massive code that tells you exactly where to find it and just how rare it is. And here's a look at what that actually means. You can see how the game classifies rarity, right? It goes from very common stuff that you'll be tripping over all the way down to legendary drops that have less than a 1% chance. Getting your head around this is the key. It's how you start forming smarter, not just harder.
So why do we care so much about these drop tables? What's the big deal? Well, because understanding this is your direct path to earning platinum, the game's premium currency, for free. Yep, without spending a dime of real money.
You heard me right, Warframe's economy is run almost entirely by players. So if you know what's rare and what people want, thanks to those drop tables, you can go out, farm those specific items, and then trade them to other players for platinum. This is the secret. This is how you get everything you want in the game.
And look, getting set up to trade is ridiculously easy. You only need to do two things. First, hit Mastery Rank 2. Honestly, you'll probably do this on your second day just by leveling up your gear. Second, turn on two-factor authentication on your account for security. That's it. You're ready to trade.
Okay, now listen up. This is a huge tip from the community. Do not use the in-game trade chat. Just don't. It's a mess and new players almost always get ripped off. Instead, everybody, and I mean everybody, uses a website called Warframe.market. Think of it like a stock market for Warframe items. It guarantees you're getting a fair price.
All right, so you get the system, you're ready to trade, but what are you actually selling? Let's talk about some super easy things you can farm right away to get your first chunk of platinum.
Here are 3 fantastic places to start. Number 1, Aeton statues. There's a weekly treasure hunt at a place called Maru's Bazaar that gives you 1 guaranteed, super easy platinum. Number 2, Nightwave mods. Nightwave is the free battle pass, you earn credits, you buy popular mods with those credits, and you sell them. And number 3, Void relics. You'll run missions to crack these open with other players, and they drop prime parts. Prime parts are basically the lifeblood of the whole trading economy.
And here's a brilliant little trick for those Nightwave mods. Get this. Before you even spend your credits on the mod, go list it for sale on Warframe.market. Then, when someone messages you saying, "I'll buy it," that's when you go to the in-game shop, buy it, and make the trade. It's completely zero risk. You're guaranteed to make a profit.
Okay, let's bring this all together. What does your path forward actually look like?
It's basically a simple 4-step plan for your first week. Step 1, pick a frame that's fun to play. Step 2, really get it in your head that all loot is governed by those drop tables. Step 3, use what you know about the tables to farm stuff people actually want. And Step 4, trade that stuff to other players for platinum.
And that's the core loop, right there. It's what makes the game click for so many people. You play, you get loot, you trade for platinum, and suddenly, you're totally self-sufficient.
So that's really it. You've got the map now. That huge, overwhelming universe has been broken down into a simple, straightforward plan. So the only real question left is, what are you going to hunt for first?